Hi there, welcome to my views and news. Three news stories. Firstly, attack on a military recruitment camp in the Oromia region. ENDF recruitment was underway. Who carried out this attack? How many were killed and injured? Secondly, meetings between Mike Hammer and Oromo opposition politicians. I told you about a meeting between Mike Hammer and Daud Ipsa, OLF chairman. Another meeting between Mike Hammer and another Oromo politician. Thirdly, Somalia has formed a national committee to defend its sovereignty and territorial integrity. Obviously, the committee was formed in the backdrop of Ethiopia Somaliland MoU. If Ethiopia Somaliland MoU is dead, as some viewers say, why was there need for the formation of this committee? Who is leading this committee? What will the committee do? Firstly, viewers, Oromia region of Ethiopia, where Rome is the largest regional state, and the number of soldiers serving in Ethiopian military from Oromia is definitely higher than other regions, keeping in view the population of Oromia. And Oromia now serves as the main recruitment site for the Ethiopian National Defense Force from southern Ethiopia and from Oromia. Bulk of ENDF soldiers are recruited. An attack has been carried out on an Ethiopian military site. No one has claimed responsibility for this attack, but which groups are operating in this area? The attack was carried out in West Hararge, Oromia region, where the recruitment was underway when attackers armed stormed the venue. They killed the people, the ENDF trainers who were recruiting people. One was killed, I think, and two were injured in this attack. Youths were there, they fled. Obviously, the purpose of the attack was to frighten youths, to stop ENDF from recruitments. Which group is operating in West Hararge, close to West Hararge? Ola can carry out attacks in West Hararge, East Hararge. Though I have not seen any statement from the Oromo Liberation Army about any attack on Ethiopian National Defense Force recruitment site, but maybe Ola is behind that because Ola has been warning people that people should not join the military. Ola has been hitting military camps, so military recruitment sites can also be hit by Ola. No civilian was hit. The youths who were there, they were not targeted by the Oromo Liberation Army, by the attackers, not Ola. Only the recruiters were targeted. We're waiting for official confirmation, and if there is any confirmation about the responsibility claimed for this attack by any party, we'll talk about that. So, for attack on a recruitment site in West Hararge, Oromia is being confirmed. Secondly, viewers, meetings between Mike Hammer, US Special Envoy, and Oromo opposition politicians ongoing. Mike Hammer is in Ethiopia. Americans are free to meet with Ethiopian politicians, opposition politicians too. Ethiopian government doesn't mind that. Who are we to raise questions about that? But that definitely paves the way for foreign intervention in Ethiopian internal affairs. Mike Hammer met with Daud Ipsa, the chief of the Oromo Liberation Front, around 24 hours ago. Then second meeting happened between Mike Hammer and Professor Maria Gudina. Maria Gudina is the head of Oromo Federalist Congress, OFC. Jawar is deputy chairman. Maria Gudina is the chairman of the party. The party is dormant, you can say. Its offices closed, its leaders in hiding, or they have fled the country. This is the largest opposition party in Oromia, OFC, OLF2. Both are very large parties, but they are not allowed to carry out any activities in Oromia. That is why they say that government claims to be a democratic government. It wants to, it says, it believes in dialogue, it believes in reconciliation. But politicians, political parties from opposition are not allowed to exercise their right of organizing rallies, programs, meetings in the Oromia region. So how can democracy flourish? The parties raised issues like Bhatia Rugasa's murder, investigation about that, and need for power sharing. By the way, these parties boycotted 2021 general election. Back then, OFC leaders like Jawar, Bekle Garba were in prison. Dawood was under strict house arrest. Though he's still under house arrest, but I think he's allowed to go out too. But back then, he was under very strict house arrest. So these parties back then boycotted the election in 2021, and PM Abiy was elected unopposed. Boycott perhaps was not the right decision. Now these parties have no presence in the parliament. Now these parties won't share. How can they get any share? The government will have to be dissolved. New election should be held. Only then these parties can have a share. They can become part of the parliament. Early election maybe could be held, but PM Abiy obviously not willing to hold early election. He is telling the parties to wait. And when the next election is held, who can guarantee that election will be fair and free? That remains to be seen. These parties want to have a share, but how will they have a share now when they're out of parliament? Thirdly, viewers, third story is from Somalia. Somalia has formed a national committee. It was formed around 10 days ago. I think the committee has not held any meeting so far, but it's a very significant development. 1 point agenda behind the formation of this committee. It has been made public. The committee has been formed to defend Somalia's sovereignty and territorial integrity. And Somalia uses these two terms, integrity and sovereignty, in connection with Ethiopia Somaliland MoU. So the committee has been formed to counter developments, progress towards the actualization, materialization of Ethiopia Somaliland agreement. Former cabinet minister Abdi Rahman is the coordinator of this committee. What will this committee do? We don't know. But it seems that Somalia is still taking the MoU very seriously. People say, Sajid, that MoU is dead. Ethiopia has backtracked. Somaliland cannot do anything. Somaliland just issuing statements. Basically, no progress is being made. You just make up stories. But I don't make up stories. You see, Somalia has formed a committee. Obviously, concerns are there. It means that maybe Ethiopia, Somaliland working to implement the MoU. Somaliland claimed that within the next 2 months, MoU will be finalized. It will turn into an agreement that 30% of Ethiopian cargo going to be handled by Berbera port. That 3 locations for Ethiopian naval base have been finalized. That was said by Dr. Isa Kaid, Somaliland Foreign Minister, just a week ago. How can we say MoU is dead? Ethiopia is silent. Yeah, slow, but it has not withdrawn from the MoU formally so far. Somalia knows that. That is why this committee has been formed, so that if Ethiopia and Somaliland make advances towards the implementation of MoU, this committee should handle all the challenges, diplomatic, political, military. This committee will make a key decisions. It means that coming months are crucial. May, June, July are very crucial. Before November, Musibe Abdi wants the MOU to turn into an agreement because in November, election will be held in Somaliland. Musibe Abdi wants to use this agreement as a boost for his electoral campaign. So he is urging the Ethiopian government in backdoor dealings that Ethiopia should accelerate the implementation of the MOU. Let's see what happens. Somalia seems to be alert. Thank you for watching.